Nanny Fox and the Christmas Surprise by Georgie Adams. It was Christmas Eve, and Arnold Fox was helping the chicks wrap presents. Miss Buff Orpington was keeping a beady eye out for other foxes. It was about this time last year that the next door hens had disappeared. With Arnold, of course, it was different. She had taken a risk letting him look after her chicks, but he had proven himself to be the perfect nanny. Arnold was the only fox she could trust. When all the gifts were wrapped, Arnold and the chicks set off around the farmyard. They visited the goats, the geese, and the cows. There was a package for each of their friends. Then they went to see the pigs. Just three presents left, said Arnold. Now, what could they be for? The three little pigs, chirped the chicks. The piglets opened their packages with squeals of delight. But when Arnold said goodbye, the little pigs looked sad. Please stay, said one. We could play three little pigs, said another. You could be the big bad wolf, said the third. The chicks couldn't imagine Nanny Fox as a wicked wolf. He was much too kind and gentle. I could wear a mask, said Arnold. We'll help you make one, said the chicks. So Arnold and the chicks played at the pixie all afternoon. They made a fierce-looking mask with sharp teeth and a long pink tongue. The piglets made pretend houses of straw, sticks, and bricks. Every time Arnold said, little pig, let me come in, the little pig sang out loud, no, no, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then said Arnold in his deepest, gruffest, big bad wolf voice, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Arnold rolled his eyes and looked very frightening. But because the little pigs knew it was Nanny Fox, it made them laugh, even when he pretended to gobble them up. When it was time for bed, Arnold took the chicks back to the hen house. He promised to read them the story of the three little pigs and pretended to be the big bad wolf over and over again. While all this was going on, Arnold's family, who lived in the woods, had been thinking about Arnold and the hens. If we want chicken for dinner, said Ma Fox, we'll have to go to the farm. Arnold's there now, said Pa Fox. It won't be easy. Not unless we disguise ourselves, said Lucy. What as? Asked Dennis. Worms? No, silly, not Lucy. Pa could dress up as Santa Claus, and we could go as reindeer. I'll take a big sack for the hens, chuckled Pa. While I wait here with a cooking pot, said Ma. When do we go? Asked Dennis. Tonight, of course, said Lucy. It's Christmas Eve. So Arnold's family got busy right away. Ma Fox helped Lucy and Dennis with their costumes, while Pa Fox planned the raid. Back at the farm, Miss Buff Orpington took one last look around the hen house. Snow was falling. All seemed safe and quiet until she heard footsteps crunching in the snow and saw three shadowy shapes in the yard. Who's there? Miss Buff Orpington said sharply. Santa Claus, said a voice. It was Pa Fox. Miss Buff Orpington eyed him carefully. Where are your reindeer? She asked. There, said Pa Fox, waving a paw at Dennis and Lucy. Only two? Said Miss Buff Orpington suspiciously. I thought there was supposed to be eight. The others couldn't come, said Lucy, trying not to giggle. They were sick. Miss Buff Orpington peered more closely. What have you got in your sack? Nothing yet, said Pa Fox, flinging back his hood and making a grab at her. But you can go in first. Miss Buff Orpington screeched and spat as The two reindeer bundled her into the sack. Stop flapping, said Lucy. I'm pecking, said Dennis, rubbing his nose. Miss, Miss Buff Orpington's squalling could be heard all over the farmyard. The goats, the geese, the cows, and the three little pigs hurried across the yard to see what was the matter. In the henhouse, the chicks jumped from their beds and huddled in the doorway. Then Arnold, still wearing his wolf mask, sprang to the rescue. Well, the sight of those sharp teeth and that long pink tongue gave Puff Off the fright of his life. Arnold rushed at him, huffing and puffing and rolling his eyes. I'm going to gobble you up, growled Arnold in his deepest, roughest, big bad wolf voice. Dennis and Lucy took one look, dropped the sack, and ran. Puff Ox tripped over his beard and rolled all the way back to the woods. The chicks cheered. The little pig sang, Who's afraid of the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf? And Arnold took a bow. Just then there was a loud squawk, and Miss Buff Orpington poked her head out of the sack. When you all finished amusing yourselves, you said, she said, I should like some assistance. Arnold held Miss Buff Orpington with to her feet. Santa Claus had two reindeer indeed, said Miss Buff Orpington. They didn't have me fooled for a minute. Of course not, said Arnold, with a knowing wink to the chicks. Now, let's all go to bed. Then the real Santa Claus will come. The end.